Someone once said, and I read it somewhere, I said, when you are moving away from God, the enemy, the devil, will leave you alone. But once you're moving towards God, wow, you got the enemy's attention. Dear friend, welcome to Fully Alive with Irene. And that is certainly quite true, isn't it? Once you are moving towards God, the enemy takes some attention towards you and started to put some obstacle along your way to make it hard for you to get to God. And that was my encounter, definitely. And my first one was during my RCIA journey. So I was a young woman back then, in my 20s, and then I moved city to come into my new job. And that is where I met my baptismal sponsor, my godmother. And casually we talk about all these things, our life, and the question about faith just popped up one day. So she asked me, what is your faith? And my answer to her was like, something that the world taught me, Yeah, I know God is there. I can see that. But you know what? I don't think I need religion. I was that young, energetic, driven, and full of life, full of freedom kind of person, without knowing that I wasn't actually full of life at the time. Yeah, so I told her that. But she was kind to listen to me, and we had conversation, and she said, perhaps it's a good time to discover again, because I did have an encounter with the Catholic Church when I was in my teenage years. Just that I never decided to convert back then. It's not really like a deep one with Jesus Christ, I guess. And so she talked about that. And it's a good time probably to consider hearing about Jesus once again. There's Life in the Spirit seminar that will be coming up. When there is one, would you like to come? She asked me. And at the whim of the time, I say, sure, if there's one, just call me, I'll come, And then there was one, one really happened like a few months after that. And being raised by my father saying that you need to be a person of your word, I can't turn back on my word because I say yes, right? So I went with her to the Life in the Spirit seminar. Oh boy, that was an eye-opener. That was the turning point to me, actually. It made me realize, wow, I need help. Hey, I need help. I am like, hey, I'm not like the perfect, the know-it-all, the smart aleck or whatever you call it. I realized that I had been justifying sins in my life, thinking that, everybody does it, so what's wrong with me doing it? No, that doesn't count. When I realized that I was convicted that justifying sin is not good for me, that's where I had a turning point, and I decided, okay, I am going to join the RCIA. And when I begin the RCIA journey, of course, automatically I'll ask my friend, can you be my sponsor? Since you are the one initiating this thing, So she said, yes, but Irene, I just want to make you aware of this reality, that now you are on the journey moving towards God. And that means there will be obstacle along your way because someone is not happy for you to do that. You're moving towards God, There will be obstacles. And she gave me some example in her real life where her husband has that experience. Her husband also went through an RCIA program. But she said, but when you go through that, I want to tell you, the life with Christ is worth it. Nothing is too big. I'm here. I'm praying for you. Yeah, I'm here supporting you. So there goes the RCIA journey. And lo and behold, yes, I did. And together with my eldest sister, when we were going through the RCIA together, we did face something pretty saddening. There was a big break, a chasm, you might call it, in the family that happens. And it broke my heart, seriously broke my heart. And there was a saying in Chinese that say, your palm is flesh and the back of your palm is also your flesh. Yeah, they're family members. And it's like, I love them, all of them, uniquely in their own way. So it broke my heart at that time. But our perseverance to go through that RCIA journey, to know God towards baptism, to receive Jesus in his body and blood, in his word, and in all of the totality of Jesus, was really worth it. Because after that, we started seeing conversion of family members to the faith. They start knowing Christ, and they started their own journey of conversion, of deepening, of knowing Jesus and making him known. It was so amazing if I look back. And I am glad that there are people who told me this is the reality, who also encourages me that this is life with Christ is really worth it, and I am living it. I know it is worth it. So dear friends, in your junction, your life at this moment, if you're facing any obstacles while you're turning your hearts towards God, towards the deepening of a relationship with Christ, when you face any obstacle, I like to encourage you as Jesus would encourage you. Fear not, just believe. The one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world.